What happens when you pit the apex predator of Mesoamerican warfare against the most feared warrior of ancient Europe? Today, we're analyzing Aztec Jaguar Warrior versus Celtic Berserker. Two warriors who have never faced each other in history, but should have. This is New World versus Old World, and the results are so insane that we had to double-check our research 3 times. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this matchup changes everything we think we know about ancient warfare. Welcome to our most exotic warrior matchup ever. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed because we're diving into warrior cultures that most people know nothing about, and the analysis will blow your mind. In the New World corner, the Aztec Jaguar Warrior. Elite member of the macuahuitl warrior class, chosen for exceptional courage in battle, trained in the toughest military academy in Mesoamerica. These warriors were so respected that they were considered living gods. In the Old World corner, the Celtic Berserker. Druid-blessed warrior who fought naked, believed he was possessed by animal spirits, and was so feared that even other Celts considered them supernatural. These warriors conquered most of Europe before Rome stopped them. 2 completely different continents, 2 completely different warrior philosophies. Let's see which approach to creating the ultimate fighter comes out on top. Aztec Jaguar warriors weren't born. They were forged through the most selective military system in the Americas. Starting as regular warriors, they had to capture 4 enemies alive in battle to even qualify for Jaguar warrior training. The training took place in the Tepoztli, warrior schools that were part military academy, part religious temple. Jaguar warriors learned advanced combat techniques, battlefield tactics, and most importantly, how to capture enemies alive for sacrifice. This wasn't just about killing, it was about supreme skill and control. Jaguar warriors also underwent religious conditioning. They believed they were chosen by Tezcatlipoca, the jaguar god of war. This wasn't just military training, it was spiritual transformation into living weapons. Celtic berserkers had a completely different origin. These warriors were selected by druids and underwent shamanic initiation rituals that modern people would consider psychological torture. They consumed psychoactive mushrooms, practiced animal possession rituals, and learned to enter battle trances. Berserker training emphasized spiritual preparation over technical skill. They learned to channel animal spirits, bears, wolves, boars, and fight while in altered states of consciousness. The goal wasn't technique, it was becoming a supernatural force of destruction. Both warrior types underwent religious spiritual conditioning that went far beyond normal military training. But the Aztec approach emphasized skill and control, while the Celtic approach emphasized fury and possession. This round goes to the Jaguar warrior for more comprehensive training. Aztec Jaguar warriors used weapons that were completely unique in world history. The primary weapon was the macuahuitl, a wooden club embedded with obsidian blades so sharp they could decapitate a horse in one swing. This wasn't just a club, it was a medieval chainsaw. Obsidian is sharper than modern surgical steel. Spanish conquistadors reported that macuahuitl could cut through steel armor and sever limbs with single strikes. The weapon was light, fast, and devastatingly effective. Jaguar warriors also carried Tepoztopili spears with obsidian points, atlati dart throwers for ranged attacks, and round chamali shields made of wood and leather. Their armor was quilted cotton that was surprisingly effective against most weapons. The iconic jaguar costume wasn't just ceremonial. It provided psychological warfare advantages and some physical protection while maintaining mobility. Celtic berserkers had a radically different approach to equipment. Many fought completely naked, believing their spiritual protection made physical armor unnecessary. When they did wear armor, it was minimal, maybe a torque neck ring or armbands. Berserker weapons were designed for maximum intimidation and damage. Long iron swords, massive axes, and sometimes dual weapons. The goal was to terrify enemies before the fighting even started. But here's the crucial difference. Celtic iron weapons were technologically superior to Stone Age obsidian, but obsidian was sharper and could cause more devastating wounds. The Jaguar warrior's equipment was more sophisticated and better integrated. The Berserker's equipment was simpler but made from superior materials. This round is remarkably close, but goes to the Jaguar Warrior for better overall equipment integration. Aztec Jaguar Warriors fought in the Flower Wars, ritual battles designed to capture prisoners for sacrifice. But they also fought in real conquest wars that expanded the Aztec Empire across Mesoamerica. Their combat experience was diverse: jungle warfare, siege operations, naval battles on Lake Texcoco, and urban combat in enemy cities. They fought against dozens of different tribes with varying weapons and tactics. Most importantly, Jaguar warriors specialized in non-lethal combat. Their goal was to capture enemies alive, which required superior skill and technique. Anyone can kill. It takes a master to defeat someone without killing them. Celtic Berserkers fought in the conquest wars that spread Celtic culture across Europe. They battled Germanic tribes, Romans, other Celtic clans, and various Mediterranean peoples. Their combat experience was extensive and varied. But Berserkers specialized in psychological warfare and breaking enemy morale. They would charge naked into battle, screaming like animals, seemingly immune to pain. The goal was to shatter enemy resistance before physical combat even began. Berserker tactics were simple but effective: create terror, charge fast, hit hard, and overwhelm enemies through sheer psychological and physical violence. The tactical philosophies couldn't be more different. Jaguar warriors fought to capture and control. Berserkers fought to terrorize and destroy. In terms of pure combat experience, both warriors had extensive backgrounds, but the Jaguar warrior's emphasis on skill over fury gives him the edge. This round goes to the Jaguar warrior for superior technical combat experience. Aztec Jaguar warriors underwent physical conditioning that created incredible athletes. They trained in the Chinampas, floating gardens, swam in Lake Texcoco, and practiced combat techniques daily. Their diet of corn, beans, squash, and occasional meat created lean, powerful warriors. But the mental conditioning was even more impressive. Jaguar warriors believed they would become actual jaguars after death, joining their god in eternal warfare. This created fearless warriors who welcomed death in battle. The Aztec warrior culture also emphasized honor, skill, and capturing enemies. Mental conditioning focused on being worthy of their god's attention through superior performance. Celtic berserkers had different physical conditioning. They lived in harsh northern climates, hunted large game, and survived on protein-heavy diets that created powerful, stocky builds. The mental conditioning was based on spiritual possession. Berserkers believed they were literally possessed by animal spirits during battle. They practiced entering trance states where they felt no pain, fear, or human emotions. Historical accounts describe berserkers fighting with mortal wounds, biting their shields, and howling like wild animals. This wasn't acting. It was genuine altered consciousness. Both warrior types achieved remarkable mental conditioning, but through completely different methods. The Jaguar warrior maintained human intelligence while the berserker transcended human limitations. This round is the closest yet, but the berserker's pain immunity gives him a slight edge. Let's imagine these warriors meeting on neutral ground, an open field with some scattered trees and rocks. Neither has home field advantage. The Jaguar warrior would approach tactically, using his shield and spear to maintain distance while looking for opportunities to use his macuahuitl. His goal would be to demonstrate superior skill while controlling the fight's pace. The Celtic berserker would charge immediately, screaming and naked, trying to close distance and overwhelm his opponent through sheer psychological and physical violence. He'd ignore minor wounds and fight until one of them was dead. The crucial moment comes when they engage at close range. The Jaguar warrior's obsidian-edged macuahuitl could cause devastating wounds, but the berserker's iron sword and axe could break the obsidian weapons. However, the Jaguar warrior's armor and shield provide significant protection, while the naked berserker relies entirely on spiritual protection and pain immunity. The psychological factor is huge. The berserker's battle fury and apparent invulnerability could shake even an experienced Jaguar warrior. But Jaguar warriors were conditioned to fight supernatural enemies and wouldn't break easily. The Berserker charges howling, seemingly possessed by animal spirits. The Jaguar warrior sets his spear, maintains shield position, and prepares for impact. The Berserker's iron sword shatters the Obsidian spear point, but the Jaguar warrior smoothly transitions to his macuahuitl. The Obsidian blades slice deep into the Berserker's torso, wounds that should be fatal. But the Berserker keeps fighting, his altered consciousness ignoring the pain. He grapples the Jaguar warrior, trying to get inside the shield's protection. The decisive moment. Can the Jaguar warrior's technical skill and equipment overcome the Berserker's pain immunity and spiritual fury? After analyzing every factor, training, weapons, experience, conditioning, and tactics, the winner is the Aztec Jaguar Warrior, and this result changes everything. Here's why this is so insane. The Jaguar Warrior represents the peak of Stone Age warfare technology and technique. His obsidian weapons are sharper than anything the Berserker has ever faced. His tactical training is superior to anything in Europe at the time. Most importantly, Jaguar warriors were trained to fight supernatural enemies. Aztec warfare included battles against enemy sorcerers, possessed warriors, and spiritual entities. A Berserker's fury, while intimidating, wouldn't be unprecedented. The Berserker's iron weapons could break Obsidian, but Obsidian could inflict wounds that iron couldn't match. The Jaguar warrior's superior technique, equipment integration, and tactical thinking overcome the Berserker's psychological advantages. The margin is 60% Jaguar warrior, 40% Celtic Berserker. Close, but decisive. I told you these results would be insane. The New World Warrior defeats the Old World Warrior through superior training and technology, despite being from a Stone Age civilization. What do you think? Does Aztec military sophistication overcome Celtic spiritual warfare? Or would Berserker fury find a way to prevail? Drop your thoughts in the comments and make sure to subscribe. We're just getting started with these cross-cultural warrior analyses. What warrior battles should we analyze next? Drop your suggestions into the comments below. Until next time, stay epic and extraordinary.